is Siti Mardia, and in there I will explain about the example of collocation. And after I read the text, I find some collocations, and number one is internal conflict. This phrase consists adjective and noun. The definition of internal conflict is psychological tension or conflict with oneself. This occurs because of the conflict between two different desires, beliefs, and choices. The example of the sentence, the dilemma posed by internal conflict is usually some ethical or emotional question like what was it I did wrong? And number two is real challenge. This phrase consists adjective and noun. The definition of real challenge is a thing or event that is or has a purpose to improve the ability to overcome a problem that must be faced. And the example of the sentence, but the real challenge in my life, the real hardship is me. And number three is return on investment. This phrase consists noun and preposition. The definition of return on investment is the return on investment is calculated based on the division of the income generated by the amount of capital invested. The example of this sentence, my return on investment is infinity. And number four is low income. This phrase consists adjective and noun. The definition of low income is based on the category created by the World Bank. Low-income countries are countries whose per capita income is less than 1,026 US dollars per year. And the example of the sentence, it is the leading cause of death among children in low-income countries. Number five is primary school. This phrase consists adjective plus noun. The definition of primary school is the most basic level of formal education in Indonesia. Primary school is taken in 6 years, starting from grade 1 to grade 6. The example of the sentence, students at a primary school were asked to write a poem with teacher team. And number 6, reading skills. This phrase consists noun and noun. The definition of reading skills is a person's ability to read, process text, understand and interpret written words on an article page or other reading material. The example of the sentence is, through the ability of these reading skills, a person can understand what the other meant, then she gets her own meaning from the text that has been read. Number 7 is take responsibility. This phrase consists verb and noun. The definition of take responsibility is the attitude and behavior of a person to carry out his duties and obligations, also bear everything that comes as a result. The example of the sentence is, but that didn't mean he wasn't going to take responsibility for his employee. And number 8 is civil society. This phrase consists adjective and noun. The definition of civil society is a civilized society in building, living, and interpreting life. The example of the sentence, democratization itself is influenced by various factors including history, economic development, and civil society. And the last example of collocation is can prevent. This phrase consists verb and the definition of can prevent is can keep things from happening. And the example of the sentence is, what we can prevent from disaster if we keep throwing garbage carelessly.